So, next question. If Christianity is true, why does it have so much resemblance to the mythology of pagan religions that preceded Christianity?
Once again, this is one of those questions that come about because of Dan Brown and the popularity of the Da Vinci Code. And so I'll answer it really, really quickly, is that Dan Brown has this strategy in his writing. He introduces a scholar early on in the Da Vinci Code. And this scholar just has impeccable scholarship. He really knows his stuff. He knows all the languages, all the symbology, everything that Dan Brown himself doesn't actually know. And then as this scholar speaks, everything he says is just dripping with wisdom. And so you just buy into it. But you almost forget this is a fictional character made up by a guy who doesn't have any of the scholarship behind him, doesn't have any of those initials behind his name. And so, one of the examples he uses is Mithraism, which was a very obscure Persian religion that was related to a military cult that was a couple hundred years before the time of Christ. And he says Mithra was born of a virgin, that he had 12 disciples, that he died, and 3 days later he rose from the dead. So Christianity just robbed it, just stole it. And the only problem is none of that's true. I mean, the only evidence he has of Mithra actually doing any of those things, just even a little bit, come from about 150 years after the New Testament is completed. I mean, he didn't have any early documentation. And so who copied who? Sounds more like he copied us than we copied him. And especially when you read more in detail, you find that this God, born of a virgin, actually jumped from a stone, like he was born out of a rock, which doesn't sound like the virgin birth. I guess that nobody really liked the rock, and so it was a virgin. But, that's as close as you get with that.